Hey YouTube, Crave Collector 01 here, back today for another video review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Warp Digivolving Renamon to Sakuyamon figure. Here we have Renamon. A few inaccuracies right off the bat. You'll notice that the arms are black instead of yellow, as well as the hands. The tail is silver. And the back is just kind of a mess of parts, but fairly hefty figure, substantial. It does have full 360 at the shoulders, no in and out, nothing at the elbow. Has a little bit of hand swivel, and the fingers are ball jointed, but they don't move a lot. The legs have forward and back in the hips, rotation here, ball jointed ankles, but you can't really do a lot with the legs because Sakuyamon's I suppose boots are pegged into the back up here at the top. So if you do anything with them, it just kind of makes this worse. So that's Renamon. This figure does come with one accessory. You get the staff. It's actually really nice. It's about 11.5 inches long with a molded fox head, and these rings are individual pieces, which is really nice. If you're looking to get this figure complete, be sure that you have 8 rings. You should have 3 on each side plus 1 each at the top. So whenever you look for this figure, if you want it 100%, you need the staff and you need to have 8 rings. So now we'll move on into the transformation. To start off, we just take these little tufts of fur, fold them over to make Sakuyamon's shoulder pads, like so. What I like to do is I like to just kind of start getting everything unpegged, fold this tail up out of the way, and move down to the legs. What we'll do is we'll flip the heels down. We'll take the middle toe of Renamon, fold it up into the foot, tilt the foot up, and collapse the toes together. That's going to make Sakuyamon's high heel, as well as extending this leg. So we'll do the same on this side. Flip the middle toe up, fold the toe tips together, fold it up, and extend the leg. Next, we need to full 360 these legs. An easy way is to just kind of grab it here and hold pressure against this. That way it doesn't spin along with the foot. Then we're going to bring this down. There's going to be a post inside there. It's going to plug into the port on the leg. It can be kind of a pain to get everything lined up. There we go. That's in. There we have one of the feet. We're going to do the same on this side. We're going to use the same trick just to kind of hold that in place. And we're going to fold this down. Tab it into place. Just like so. And there's the legs done. We can let the tail just kind of hang for the time being because we're going to spin back around. We're going to rotate at the waist. And this is another part that's kind of hard to get in there to do. Rotate it. Then we're going to take these white pieces on the chest. We're going to split them, fold them underneath the arms and around to the back. Moving this up out of the way. We're going to peg them back together. And this is a fiddly figure. It takes a little bit of doing. Nothing too hard, but there is some fiddling involved with it. You can just let this hang for the time being. Come up to the top of the head. We're going to split it. If we can, there we go. Split this head. Then we're going to roll it back so that it clears the ear and fold it down against the back. Same on this side. Push it back till it clears the ear and then close it against the back. Almost finished. Next we open up the chest plate, pull out the Sakuyamon head. We're going to split it. This is one of the fiddliest parts of this, because you have to kind of get your finger in there and flip out the fox ear. Fold it up into place. Same on this side. Flip out the fox ear. Fold it up. Tab the two halves together. Close the chest. And we're almost finished. What we like to do now is we're going to take the tail, move these ears out of the way, peg it, this peg into the back of the head, peg it in. Next, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and split the tail, because we're going to fold it around, open it, and extend it at both tiers. You can kind of see from the inside there what's going on. You're just going to extend it on both ears. And then this just drapes onto the back. This is supposed to be her ponytail, but I feel like that's probably the weakest part of this whole figure, is the tail section of Renamon. If it wasn't so integral to the Renamon mode, I would almost consider, just because it's just clipped on, just pulling that piece off. It is worth mentioning though that this is an American exclusive. There is no Japanese variant for this toy. So this is the only Digivolving Renamon figure. So here we have Sakuyamon Digivolved. And it's a very nice representation of Sakuyamon. Like, all the sacrifices they made in Renamon mode really pay off for the Sakuyamon. She looks really good. And she's quite hefty too. And she gains a little bit of weight due to the high heels. The only real problem is she can't properly hold her staff where her fingers don't close. She just kind of has to, it just kind of has to rest in her hand. Which, it's doable. It looks fantastic as a display piece, but this figure isn't necessarily a figure that, in my opinion, you're going to pull off the shelf and play with. You're going to get it, pose it, display it, and probably leave it alone. And that's kind of where my recommendation lies with this. If you like the character, then it may be worth it, but it tends to be pricey. It's kind of one of the more expensive ones, especially if you get the staff. The staff can really set the price over quite a bit. But like I said, if you like the character, it may be worth it to you. But if you're looking for something that's more or less a toy, something that you can play with, fiddle with, I would say probably pass on this one. There's better options for things like that. It just depends on your purpose. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This has been Crave Collector 01 with Sakuyamon, signing out.